Hey guys, and welcome to the first episode of Legend of Grimrock. I know this is a little bit of an older game, 2000, end of 11, 12, but I never, it's been a long time since I've played it, and they've added a new update, and a lot of things have changed, and I stopped playing it for one reason or another way back in the day, so we're going to start again. I will run a couple episodes of this, and if it gets any attention, if people like what they see, they want to see more of it, we will continue going through it. This game is reminiscent of the older games that I played when I was a kid. Games like Wizardry, preferably Wizardry 5 for the Super Nintendo, if you remember that, and then even back further to the old dungeon romps. And that's basically what it is. It's just a dungeon crawler, but with really pretty graphics, and it's actually a pretty decent game. I mean, actually it's a little better than decent, considering what it is. But what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to start a new game. We'll play it all on normal. I want to create my own characters, and I don't want to map it out myself, because I did just add so much more to this, so I'll leave old school mode and disable. What old school mode does is if you hover it, you can see. Basically, there's no automated mapping. You have to map it out yourself like you did in Wizardry 5, like you did in a lot of the older, dungeon crawlers. You get out some graph paper. In fact, the game comes with some that you can print out when you buy it on Steam. So you can print the graph paper out on regular printer paper and then go to map it. I mean, it just really brings back that old school gaming feel. Well, unfortunately for me, I don't have the setup right now where I can put a table here and graph it out, map it out. Don't have the time through with a Let's Play, but keep it in mind that if you get this game, and it's really cheap, it's like $15, and a week ago it was on Steam for like $3, so you can catch it on sale and get it really, really cheap. But let's go ahead and go in. We're going to create our first characters. Of course, the first character is going to be Inzainia. And we're going to make him a human fighter, because I want two fighters in the front line with a rogue and a mage in the back. So, or at least that's how I played it before, and that worked out really well. So with a fighter, we're going to go most into strength, and then we're going to put a couple points into vitality. With willpower, that's good enough for right now. So we'll go 16, 14. And then we want first to add his traits. Let's see, what do I want for this guy? I know that I want skilled. Some people say get skilled, some people say don't. I like it. He's not going to be a fist fighter. He's going to find a sword. All right, evasion. Evasive's pretty good. I don't need that. Strength +2. We'll go ahead and go all out strength. That'll give us 18 strength to start. And he is done. What portrait? We'll use that one. Alright, and the second one will be our second guy, which will be a Minotaur. And of course, for the things, we will go with Headhunter, because any skulls that we pick up, we can hold on to them, and that'll increase his attack power. You have to put the skulls in for him. He has to have them. I don't remember if he has to actually be holding them in his hand. I think it still counts if they're just in his inventory, but I don't remember. But we'll do that, and then we'll do skilled, because he only starts with one skill point. And then we want to go into say we'll go into athletics, put 2 points to get him that point strength, and then we'll go into maces, because one of the first weapons that he finds is a mace. I just happen to know that off the bat. Now willpower and dexterity, see how low they are? You want to get that dexterity at the 10 to keep his accuracy at least at 0, a minimum of 0. Willpower affects his mind and his energy bar, how much he attacks. Each attack that these guys use, whether or not it's a melee attack or magical attack, still consumes some energy. So I want to get that up some. This is not the perfect, but this will work for what I want to do. I will eventually, if we get more points, put him into willpower and get his willpower to 10, and then start working his strength and vitality up. But that will work out good for right now. So this guy is now done. And then we want a rogue, and of course for that you want to use an insectoid, or is it lizard man? I think it's a lizard man for the rogue. Lizard man, let's see. Yeah, dex +2, willpower -1. So with these guys, you don't really worry too much about strength for your rogue. You want to go up into the dex. So I'm going to get him as much dex as I can, get his willpower to 10. You want to get all your base stats to at least 10. That way you don't have negatives over here. I mean, you're going to have some, understand that, but it's not an ungodly situation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw 1 in willpower and the other 2 in vitality. because you can only put so many starting out in decks. I'm not worried about him carrying stuff, his strength. If I was using him on the front line, I would want strength too, because then I would go into assassination and I would go into, let's see, agile, right? Yes, agile, and you are learning +3 skill points, and then skilled. So let's go into athletics, armors, axes, maces. I don't know which ones cover spears. Increase retired training and on combat by increasing knives, not skills. So I think we're just going to end up putting all 6 points. Put 5 there. And then, because we can't throw anything, and then, oh no wonder, duh! Now I feel like a goof. We could take that willpower down 1 and take the vitality up 1. Did we set him? He's a fighter. Okay. And then here we go. I forgot to set him as a rogue. Duh! So there we go. Now its skills make sense. So dodge is good because it increases your evasion. So we want some point in that, and don't mess with throwing weapons. I know that you're going to want to put it in throwing weapons, but throwing weapons is based off the strength. See, strength +1, and missile weapons is based off of dexterity. You will, on level, it's going to be a little bit of a spoiler, but for this guy, you will be using the first thing that you get is a spear. You're going to use it for a little while, but by the time you get to level 3 of this dungeon, you will find a short bow, and this guy will get it. So you want to be concentrating somewhat on your that. You're not going to use a dagger because you're in the back line. You can't even reach with a dagger. Assassination is also dagger and backstabbing and all that other stuff, which he would have to be in the front line to benefit from. So I'm not going to even bother with that. I'm going to put 4 into missiles. That way I get my dexterity, and then 2 into dodge. Okay, have we used everything? Yes. So let's go into our final, which we're going to use an insectoid mage, because insectoid gets a bonus to willpower +4. They lose 2 vitality, they lose 2 strength, they get 1 dex and 4 willpower. So you can up it up and work it out over here. So basically you're going to put everything you can into willpower and then get these up to 10. Now that's how I do it. You don't have to, but I don't like anybody to be negative. You can put them other points in vitality or somewhere else to increase all that stuff. I will eventually throw a few more points into vitality if I get more points for him, but I'm not worried about it right now. With these guys, you want to go, Aura's pretty good because it gives you 15 bonus energy regardless, but it's not a stat base. It's not like a bonus plus your willpower. So of course, Strong Mind is going to give you 2 willpower, which is going to increase your energy anyway. So if you look there, if we, let's go skilled for right now. But if you go Strong Mind, his willpower starts out at 75 energy. Now 75, and then if I go, Strong Mind, that takes me up to 80. So if I then take and go, instead of Strong Mind, if I take an Aura, that's going to take me up 15 instead of 10, or 5. So that's another 10. But that's a permanent base off of that. It's not based off of your willpower. I'd rather have the 2 points in willpower because, it's just, I don't really know. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not going to try and joke that one through. I'm not sure. Having a permanent 15 or a +2 willpower, I'm assuming that having the +2 willpower, because you only get 5 energy, but it also boosts other abilities, all of your willpower abilities, which is the force of the mind, ability to manipulate. It might increase damage. I think it increases damage towards your spells and all that other stuff. So I'll take that. Now skill, on this guy, I honestly usually just go with Aura and then Strong Mind. I don't really know that he needs those points to start out with. He's got 6 now. Fire Magic, you always, no matter what you do, want to put 2 points in Fire Magic. You have to have level 2 in order to use your flame thing, or otherwise he'll be just standing in the back, you can't fight. Spellcraft, we can put 2 in there. Actually, yeah, let's do that, because then we can take skilled off and I can go ahead and give him more and he'll have that extra 15. Fire Magic 2. He'll have 1 in Spellcraft. Yeah, no, I want skilled. Skilled. Strong Mind and skilled. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 and 4. Yeah. I could have put all 4 of them in there and gotten resist fire plus 10, or put them in earth magic, which actually I think I will do. Let's put 1 in earth magic, and then on the next level up I'll get 4 points, I believe, and then I can put 2 points in earth magic to take it to 3 so that I can use the poison cloud, and then I can put the other points in this and try and get through the spell, which I'm not going to, but oh well. I like this portrait for him. Now what we need to do is we need to go back through and make sure we used everything. We did. Yeah. So let's go back in through and name them. So we'll generate Photok. Orbo. That's a good one. And we'll generate Bardeheli. I'm not sure if I can change the names after we start the game, but if we can change names after I start the game, if you want to be one of these guys, leave a comment. First 3 people get to come in. Baruna Alfar. That's a good rogue name. Actually, it's more of a mate. Gimli. 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 That's a. It's not. I don't think it's spelled right, but Gimli's the one of the dwarves out of the R.A. Salvatore books. The Drizzt stories. It's somewhere in there. I can't remember. It's Gimli or something. It might be that one, or it might be the. It might be his Clerical Quintet series. It's in one of the 2 though. A dwarf that wants to be a druid. I can't remember which series it was from. Now these are books that I read back when I was 15, 16 years old. So you're talking 20 years ago. So it's been a long time. I don't remember, but I do remember a dwarf that R.A. Salvatore wrote about, Gimli, that wanted to be a druid, and his brother was just furious because dwarves couldn't be druids. Dwarves were dwarves. But and he even dyed his beard green and all kind of junk. It's a pretty humorous part of the storylines. But anyhow, let's start the game and get into this and stop garbling, which I have a tendency to do, and I think half of you watch just because I talk so dadgum much. All right, and we're going in. I'll actually let the whole thingy go. Let you see the story. Towering spire looms above the clouds where the rock is too tall for ages long. The history is vividly written down as a desolate place now, and things need to be discarded and forgotten. An airship struggles to gain altitude as it floats toward the peak. Okay. This is explaining why you're in the Grimrock. 4 prisoners, bound by heavy chains, emerge from the ship. The court accuses them of terrible treasonous deeds, but by the grace of the king, their crimes shall be forgiven atop Mount Grimrock. Later, boys. Give them a push. Their final trial is at hand. Numerous prisoners have received their pardons here, yet none have returned to live their life in freedom. They are at the very top of the world, and below them only darkness and justice awaits. So basically, what they're getting at is this: how they deal with the bad people. If you are bad, you're basically pardoned, but they take you to the top here at Grimrock and they toss you into the dungeon. And if you happen to make it out, okay, you're innocent. If you don't make it out, well, they don't care. They are plunged down the open maw at the peak. Their crimes are absolved. Everyone before them has perished in the guts of the mountain below. Will you be able to lead them through the dark and to freedom that waits them at the base of Mount Grimrock? Guess we'll see. Legend of Grimrock. It's the Legend of Grimrock. Alright, so no, we don't need a tutorial, but what we do need to do is look around, because if I'm not mistaken, oh, looky there. Hello! First little secret. You'll see these little things and little blocks and specials that you'll notice that are different on the walls. Those usually lead to secrets. Now these are some boots, which I think are dexterity boots. Evasion +5. We'll put them on him for now, and a shuriken, which we'll put on him. And the way combat works in this game is that you right click on their hands to attack. So you're constantly doing this. It gets a little annoying, but you get used to it. And after a while, it's not so bad. Starting out though, it's kind of cheesy and sucks, but you get used to it. First thing you want to do is take that and put that in his hand. So let's go, and we're looking around, and we're looking and looking. And anything here? No. no, 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 no. Now there's a really cool feature in this game that you can hold the right mouse button down, and when you do, you can look around. Isn't that nice? That is so cool. Now if I look that way and then let go, it turns to there. So you can look while you're playing. So we're going to take that one and put that one in his inventory. Always collect the torches if you can. You will end up in places eventually that there are no torches and that they are extremely dark. All right, I tend to look at the walls when I get into areas like that. All right, there's some clothing. So we'll put it on him and some pants. Not because he's special, not because it's me, but just because he's the first guy. And that's how I have a tendency of doing things is, what's this? Oh. Did I not spend his skill points? I guess I didn't spend his skill points. So he's got 7 points to spend. And we're going to put, let's see, we'll go 4 into swords. And then we'll go 2 into athletics. And then we will go 1 into armors. Yeah. So, that was crazy. Somehow I didn't assign his points. Huh. Alright, and there's a cudgel, which is a mace, I believe. Let's put it in his inventory so we can see it. Yes, it's a mace. So we're going to give it to this guy, of course, because he's already got a couple points in maces. And that's why I gave him maces instead of axes. Now, he's my Minotaur. I like to give him axes, and he will get axes eventually. But for right now, I went with 2 points in maces because you end up starting with a mace, and any little bonus that you can start with early on in this game makes a huge difference. So we're just looking because I can't remember where all the little secrets are. All right, now here's the thing about rocks and dropping and throwing. Split your screen in half. If you hold this and let go or click the button, I think it's right mouse button, above the halfway point you throw it. If you do it below the halfway point, which it's left click, you drop it. See? Now had I turned around, let's see, had I did it above, it throws it. But if you do it below the half, you just lay it down. And then there you go. You can lay it on there, and that holds the door open so that you can get through. Grab another torch. There's the key, which I'm sure we're going to need here shortly, so I'm not even going to put it in his inventory. Whenever you use a key, it uses the key up, so make note of that. Where's that door? There it is. I'm going to go ahead and use the key on it. And then I'll go back and pick up that rock, and we're going to put that rock in his hand so that he can throw it whenever we open combat. It automatically picks up weapons and ammunition also, so when you walk over them, that is. And I'm just looking for secrets, because you really have to look. Sometimes you won't necessarily see them. And I don't see anything. Now I've only found like 3 here, so I think that's really all there is, because I've really searched this place out. The one that most people miss is that first one. Now we need a key back there. If you didn't notice, there's a lock thing here on the door, so we got to go find the key. And if you hit the tab key brings up your map, so it's been mapping this out for me. Now I didn't step into these little rooms here at the beginning, so they didn't get mapped, but you know, you got all this. You can see. Now this will tell you loose rock. Oh, there it is right there. See? Boom, boom, boom. And that'll probably be the key. And it is. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this torch. Put this torch in his inventory. We'll grab that. And then we'll go back to the key lock. Open it up. And we'll step through. Alright. Whoa. Was that a... Nah, it wasn't. I thought I saw something. Put that in his inventory. Check the walls. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, we got our first combat, so we'll go womp womp. And these guys don't have anything. See, now what you can do is you can kind of stay back away from him a little bit so that you don't get beat down. There we go. And then you'll grab that. We'll pick that up, put that in his inventory. That's something for him to eat. And then if we walk up enough, we should. Where's the rock go? I don't know where the rock went. Maybe I turned and threw it. Yeah, I did. There it is. See, watch, rock automatically went back into his hand, got the +1. What are them boots? What do we got there? Evasion +5, protection +4. I think I'll do that. Put the evasion boots on him. And then what do we got here? We got some pants, leather pants, protection +3. What are his? Protection +2. So we'll go to this guy, we'll put them there, we'll give him these, we'll go to this guy, we'll put these pants on him, and then we've got a knife. It's not much, but it's something. Alright, and let's check for any secrets, which I don't see any. We close that window so we can see a little better. We're going to take that, of course. And yep, that's it for in here. And we came from this way. But what is this? Oh, that was a torch. A sconce, or whatever they're called. Holds torches. So let's open this door. Gotta always be paying attention. Alright, and there we go. There's another throwing item for him for right now. Now see, I'm picking up all these throw items, and you're like, well man, why didn't we put the points in throwing? You know, because he's in the back, and throwing would be good, and it would, it really would, but it's wasted points. I'm waiting. There we go. See, there's a couple of them. Notice how I'm being careful. There goes one. We'll grab his stuff. Now this guy can. Notice how I'm strafing and all that other good stuff? This helps keep you alive. Alright, which way you going? There you go. Come on. Whoa! He almost hit me. There we go. See, I did all that without ever getting hit. That's just all about using the strafing and the mechanics of the game. So we'll give that to him. They all need food. They all will eat. So you need to make sure that they all have food to eat. All of these snails drop food. Really, there's not much danger from any of these initial fights until you get to the little impy guy. There's a little imp that will just wreak freaking havoc on you. I mean, because he does an AoE that hits everybody. So we need a key to open this door. So let's go down here. Alright, let's search the main area first before we open the secret doors, or the regular doors rather. Alright, there we go. What do we got here? We got some pit root bread, and then another rock we'll put in his hand. Nothing, no secrets there. You always want to check these walls, especially the further you get into the game, because this early place, like I said, this first area, I'm just going to keep count of how many I find, because it tells you when you find a secret area. In this first area, there's only like 3. Alright, here's your first trick. And there it went. See? You got to do that to get through. And it'll even tell you, to close the pit, something needs to fly. Now, you could have thrown anything. You didn't have to throw one of those, the rocks, but, you know. And there we go, and there's the key, which we'll grab. We'll throw that in his inventory for right now. I don't think there's any secrets in here. Nope. 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 And yeah, I guess that's it for here. Okay. Alright, so now we can open the door, at least. But there's something also here to the left, so let's go see what's down here. I don't see anything. Just looking, making sure. You can walk right past something and not even notice it, unless you're really looking. Okay, so there's a maggot, baked maggot. Another rock for him. Some sandals we can put on this guy. No, he's already got boots. We'll put them on this guy. A little bit of protection. Protection always good. What is this? This is a loincloth. Willpower -1, attack power +1. That's fine for my rogue because I don't really care about his willpower too much. I mean, he needs so much because of energy, this blue bar, which you might want to look at as mana, but if you've played games like WoW and stuff like that, it works out pretty much the same. Alright, what am I missing? Something in my head's just, I don't know, maybe nothing. Alright, so let's go into his inventory, use the key. Alright, here's the first puzzle room. I need, if you come up here and you read, it's going to tell you, heal my sight. So he needs eyes. Common sense there. One will probably be left, one will probably be right, which is what most people would think. At least that's what I would think. Now this is where you got to be a little careful. There's multiple ways to do some of these rooms. I mean, there's to just bash it out. Or you can do like I'm doing and kind of trudge through it and just be careful. Because this guy hits. I mean, he just hit him for like 19 points or whatever. And then now we're in a room where we can just strafe kill him. Which to me, basically, that means just do like I was doing in the last one. You basically walk around in a square until it's dead. And there we go. These guys get their stars and their weapons back. We'll come up here. We'll turn around. We'll come up, he'll get his rocks back, and then there's two more. Now you see why I was being careful. Now it gets a little bit better for the rogue once I get the, there we go. Once I get the, once I get the spear, which you don't get until you get to the, I think it's the last room of this level. We're about to run out of time, so we need to hurry and kill these guys. Now it's not, you know, the end of the world if you take some damage, because you do heal over time, very slowly, but you do. And you can always, if it's in a safe area, you can always rest. And you just want to use everything you've got. I mean, really, it's all about staying alive and keeping your guys healthy. We'll probably get this one killed and then get through that last room in this episode, and then it'll be time to stop because we only got a couple minutes. And there we go. So let's go. I think that was all of them. And you can struggle with that. You know, some people do, some people don't. It all just depends on how you work, how dexterous your fingers are. But it's really, that's most of the game right there. It's the matter of being able to sneak past these guys and spin around them so that they're hitting you in the back, or I mean so that you're hitting them in the back, and catch them off guard so that they're not, you know, you don't want to stand toe to toe with these guys, is my point. All right, let's give that to him. And if I'm not mistaken, there's a secret in here. And it is right there. So we'll put that in his inventory. We'll push that button. And then the secret opens up this wall. Which isn't a whole bunch. You get another dagger that you're not even going to use. But you also get some more food. And you get that. And you get that. And that's 2 secrets so far. And the third one is in the last area. So yeah. We're doing all right. We found all 3 secrets so far. At least I think there's only, I've found 3, put it like that. So we're going to walk up here and we are going to put the eye in. You'll see what that's all about, which is boom, right there's the eye. Now when I put the second one in, it'll open the door. But in order to do that, we've got to go do that part. And we are done in this episode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to in this, and then I will make probably 2, maybe 3 episodes of this, put them up on the channel. If you guys want to see more of it, let me know. If you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Have a great day.